which Caitlyn, particularly Caitlin's parents, are pretty active in. Wrote Caitlyn a beautiful handwritten letter requesting that Caitlyn knit sweaters for her dogs and enclosed a check for $150. And it's just like, I don't it's just, I'm just glad that I got to see that once in my life, because I don't know. It's cute, yeah. Yes. It's like, I'm just confused by it. I don't think Caitlyn had offered to do this for what it's worth. It's just like, yeah, I don't know. This is her job now. Greetings. Greetings, youngling. I am now hiring you to do this thing for me. $150 is a ton of money for a dog sweater. I think the request was for 3, but they are all pretty small. Thanks for the 100 bits, Grinoff. I will start knitting you a sweater straight away. Should we do a Jorbs learns to knit stream? That could be fun. I've never tried knitting before. I bet I'd get into it. I can just totally imagine myself really enjoying it. That is an upgraded Carnage. Alright, so we have a lot of damage in our deck already. My grandmother and my mother both taught me cross-stitching, which I liked, but god, it took a fucking long time to get any cross-stitching done. But nobody's ever tried to teach me to sew, or knit, or crochet, or all the other ones. Actually, I took like a home economics class in like intermediate school when I was 10, where they taught me how to use a sewing machine, I guess, but I sure don't remember any of the lessons I learned. I feel like I could Google it and work it out pretty quick. Have I considered hand and brain chess content with Peter Spiedler? He suggested we might want to do that the last time he was on the stream playing chess with me, but I think I was a little bit too drunk to really get into that. Sasha and I played hand and brain. We didn't do very well. Hey Christine, I'm trying to teach yourself knitting, but you can't understand it without someone to actually tell you what you're doing wrong. Yeah, it feels like it would be very... It feels like it's something that you want someone to like get you started on, right? And then once you're started, it probably isn't too bad. That's what I imagine in my head anyway. Without actually knowing. Is it even worth it to like Burning Pact for a defend here? I think we just do this. I think we're just fine with taking 12. If we Burning Pacted for a defend, we lose out on Carnage. All of a sudden we like only take 7 that turn, but maybe we take a lot more over the course of the fight anyway. Being drunk doesn't change chess skills, it's in your bones. I think that Magnus said that about himself specifically. I don't think he was saying that about me. Would have been very kind of him if he was, but I'm pretty sure he wasn't. My grandmother was actually responsible for, what's it called? Co-gender? I forget what the word is for it, but like, it used to be that the boys did woodworking and metalworking, and the girls did sewing and cooking. Knitting, yeah, something like that. In schools, in the Auckland School District that my grandmother worked in, and she was like, nope, I'm gonna teach the boys sewing too. And yeah, she just like was personally responsible for that changing. And pretty cool. Was a very cool woman. I think homes in 50 years will have a nostalgia factor for green screen rooms, kind of like 70s houses that have shag carpet or wood panel walls now. I think it'd be really interesting to see how, like, I think a tremendous number of houses are set up with a room for watching TV in right now, and I think that we're more and more getting to a point where we want to sit at our computer, which is different in terms of how the space works compared to watching a TV. Or we're getting sort of into like VR stuff and home exercise and stuff like that. So I feel like that will be really interesting. One thing about VR is that if you want to get really free in VR, you actually need the ceiling to be a bit higher. Like you need to, if you're gonna play like VR tennis, you want to be able to jump and do the serving motion, and like with ceilings where they are at the moment, that's gonna hit the ceiling. So I wonder if homes are going to be built with like one room with a vaulted ceiling or something for that. You scrape the shit out of your ceiling during Half-Life Alyx? Yeah, exactly. Like, your ceiling's not actually that high if you're going to like jump and do a motion with your hand above your head at the same time. If you are a person of like average or above average height, there's a pretty decent chance you can hit your ceiling doing something like that. I have an Oculus Quest. I guess we upgrade now in case we get a resting relic. I just don't know what to upgrade. Maybe Twin Strike Sign. Yeah, I started with wired VR set. Whatever it was called. And the wires just drove me insane. And eventually I decided to just buy a Quest so I could play without wired stuff. It wasn't just the wires, it was also like compatibility issues with my computer's USB drivers and stuff like that. You don't think you've ever been in a house that hasn't been built with a TV room? Yeah. I think they used to be like living rooms. But I don't really know what you did in a living room before TVs were invented. Did you just like sit in it? I don't know. You discussed politics while drinking wine? Oh no. Turns out that I'm glad we live in the future. The past was a terrifying place. Hey there, Mr. Lucky. It's so sobering to think, like, I haven't really been invited to somebody's house all that many times in my life, largely because the people who I grew up with largely don't own homes, really. Those that do have, like, very small homes. I feel like when I was a kid, I would go over to my friends' houses all the time because their parents had houses, but doesn't feel like that's true anymore. I think the elites get a higher HP range the later you fight them in the act. No. No. That would be in the code, and people have read the code. I think we know that that isn't true. In the past, I wouldn't have been able to stream. I would have just had to keep on stealing diamonds. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what I would have done in the past. I could see myself like being an accountant or something very boring like that. My grandfather was an accountant. With potion belt, how does that change how I value potions? I guess it's confusing. I guess it's complicated. You sound like an accountant. Thanks. I think. You probably shouldn't tell people that. Thank you there. Yeah, I mean, potions are really complicated. I'm not sure there's a simpler answer than that. Try a runic pyramid. It's not a very good runic pyramid right now, but we can try it. We've got an energy potion to help out a little bit. Quarantine period has shown you how much more active other people are compared to you. Your leisure time hasn't really changed, but everyone else has been saying how hard it has been. Caitlin and I have been pretty chill. I miss going to restaurants a lot. I used to like go just have food around strangers, get out of my apartment basically every day. That was part of my routine, and now I don't. But it's not like it's the end of the world. Well, is it like it's the end of the world? I hope it's not like it's the end of the world. Miss going to breweries. Yeah. I was wondering, like, 8 months from now, is it going to be hard for me to get the beer that I like? Because, like, the places that make the beer are not currently functioning fully or whatever. I don't know. That would make me very sad, though. Feel bad for small businesses which may go out of business. Yeah, if you have like extra extra money lying around, I think a really good thing to be doing right now is buying gift cards for small businesses that you might not actually want to use at the moment, but it just like, if you're figuring you'll use them later anyway, can help the business out a lot. I have not removed a strike yet, and I have a blood vial. That's like one of the best bite events ever. You bought a board game you don't really need from your local game store. Boom. Just like that. Might smoke bomb this. Maybe I need the smoke bomb for later. Seems pretty bad though, doesn't it? I won't use the smoke bomb later. I can definitely see myself using the smoke bomb later. I think if you think I won't use the smoke bomb later, you have a significantly higher regard for how strong the deck is at the moment than I do. I think I might use it next floor. Alright, not too bad. We want to let it get off the ground so we can bite one extra time. What are my thoughts about corruption as a rare? I sort of miss having it as an uncommon, but whatever. Game's still fun. Both the corruption change and the well-laid plans change feel like sort of unnecessary. Feels sort of weird to me that those were the changes that were made, but whatever. Like I said, doesn't make the game unenjoyable. This is one of the Act 2 hallway fights that we're actually pretty decent at, fortunately. Yeah, it's like changing the core cards of a class ends up feeling sort of gross because they're still the core cards of the class. Now they're just like worse, so the class just feels worse. God, we got all of them. Look at that. Every single question mark. I don't really see us beating an elite right now. Diddles! Thanks for 2 months. I've one wish to you as well. Nocturne Habeo. It's 4 defend upgrades. Sure. The boot. We're gonna need a spot weakness. I think we might need an immolate. I think this war paint's pretty good though. And I don't quite have enough, right? War paint, card remove, immolate. I'm not even close to having enough. I'm a little bit close. Not quite there. Maybe don't card remove. Maybe just war paint, immolate. Because it upgrades like apparitions every time almost. Burning Pact, Shrug, Impervious Shockwave, True Grit, Limit Break, Spot Weakness, and 2 apparitions. Okay, not apparitions every time, but like all of those upgrades are pretty good. This is one we grab. One of these and one of these. And now maybe we actually can fight an elite with that immolate. Or maybe we can't. You also have the smoke bomb if we need it. Find out next turn. Okay, I won't be weak, but I will be vulnerable. But I have like an 8 strength plus your vulnerable immolate and a fire pot. Yeah, I think we're good. Oh, and another apparition. Perfect. We can apparition, and then next turn we can ritual dagger, bite, and win the fight. Definitely a little bit stronger than we were before. We can go headbutt for limit break. Dark Embrace isn't quite popping off yet. Limit Break isn't upgraded, so currently Headbutt doesn't actually do anything for that. At the moment, Headbutt mostly gets spot weakness again. I feel like there used to be a button that glowed when I muted on my mixer, and it's like not there anymore. Flex is actually not that bad here. I think it's maybe also not that good. Uh, would be really nice to get vulnerable going. I might go ahead and Swift Pod next turn if I don't draw a Shockwave or whatever. Maybe Flex Pot Limit Break here. Imagine for a second if I could make the enemy vulnerable. Oof. It's rough at the moment. But still, if we draw like Apparition Shockwave, we're good. I think this is okay, just barely. Twice, plus 45, plus a bite, 63 plus 45 is 108. Okay, we got a Regal Pillow, that's funny. I don't hate armaments here. It has a lot of cute uses. Upgrade the Ritual Dagger so it scales faster, stuff like that. Elites have better card awards in general. They have a 10% higher chance of dropping rare cards. Right off the bat, that's a pretty good armaments, I would say. Our relic switch increase. Max HP, more valuable when you have lower HP. Probably? Max HP is useful for making you not die at the start of fights. So it's generally most valuable when it helps you not die at the start of fights. Which could be because you didn't have much max HP, or could be some other things. Jelly Magic, thanks for the Twitch Prime. I'm going to show to you as well. The resummon's a little bit spooky. I only have the one Shockwave. Think we'd better just go for broke here. Yeah. Hopefully it's okay. I don't know if it's okay. Alright, we don't have to Apparition this turn. Having this one turn where we're safe will hopefully be enough. I guess I want to hold Twin Strike until I play Limit Break again. Only have one Apparition. Spooky as fuck. Yeah. We are about to be done with the debuffs, which is sort of nice. I could trigger it now. Immolate! Exhausting Immolate is somewhat committal, I feel. Okay. I don't know about this shit. Feels like the limit break took a little bit too long to draw again. Gotta hope for a summon. Oh. Hope for a summon or something like it. Okay. We win, yeah? We don't win? Oh, game. Oh, game. Do we win? 40 plus 40 plus 40 is not enough. There's no play here. If I bite and then Swift Potion into Limit Break, is that enough on the next bite? Does Limit Break deal more than a bite at the moment? It'll go to 39 plus Vulnerable. I think it's like the same. Oh wait, I did the math wrong. Oh, it's easy. Do I... If I do it now, it's a 2/3 chance of winning, and if I do it later, it's a 2/3 chance of winning. So it doesn't matter whether I bite or Swift Potion first. This one gives me more health the times that we win. It's unlucky. I just needed to draw an attack. I had 1 bite, 1 limit break, and 1 brick in my draw pile, and I could draw 1 card and hit with either limit break or bite, or I could draw 2 cards and hit with only bite. And so going for 2 cards is a little bit better because it gives me 2 more health every time. But yeah, we missed. We must pay our respects to Jawworm here on floor 1 before we are allowed to continue the run. Ooh, a predator. Decent potions, decent damage. I think we can go to the store here. Is it better to go this way? I don't know. It's a weird act. It's hard to get that much out of it. I think we go to the store. Bachelor, thanks for the 3 months. Agbomo show to you too. Doppelganger has arrived. Got a rare already. Is it a rare? I don't know. I'm not sure it is a rare. I'm gonna take a deflect. Look, the deck's trying, okay? It's doing its best. You can mouse over the relics to see what they are. I block pot here. It's bad if I get like meat on the bone or whatever. Eviscerated and chopped by giant claws. Can win this fight if it happens. We have to use potions though. I think we can win this fight. Hope we can win this fight, we'll see. Wait, it goes strength down? Oh, well, we're probably dead then actually. Who programmed Advent Skynet? Mostly me. Sure would be a shame if you continued to reduce our strength until we couldn't deal you damage. Hope you don't do that. Yeah, apparently I screwed up. I thought that it reduced your dexterity first. Mario Tamers, thanks for the 8 months. Agbomo show to you as well. Strikes don't do anything anymore, obviously. Hold on to neutralize, I guess. Good thing we have one poison stab. Poison stab is doing its best. Which I don't think is enough. I feel like we got pretty unlucky in this fight. I feel like I didn't like draw Predator in the right ways. Didn't draw Poison Stab in the right ways. It feels like with the deck like this that's drawing as many cards as it is, never getting more than 3 poison on Leg of Wounds really unlucky. Yeah, whatever. Calipers was good there. Weird act. Very easy to get a lot of campfires. Hard to get cards worth upgrading at them. And then we get to die to Slime Boss at the end. And upgrades a card we can upgrade. Maybe I meant to double defend so I can hand upgrade twice. So far this defect is very ironclad. Oh, you poor fool. Damn. All for one with FTL. FTL, Zap. Can even upgrade dual cast. We have a bunch of upgrades. We have a dreamer. I'm glad to hear that. Regen pot seems great. I think recycle is pretty good here. Can upgrade it. One. Damn it, regen pot. RB Alex, thanks for the 8 months. Welcome show to you as well. Easy fight. I think I like loop because I have a doom and gloom. I have enough health right now to probably just win off this dark orb, not have to think too hard. Hmm. 19, put it at 71, splits it. Okay. $31, there's that should pretty much be a one fight, I imagine. Don't think we're getting another Hand of Greed off, though. Maybe. Greed for it? I guess that's what it's called, isn't it? You got one shot. Nice. I wonder if Echo Form's better than Biased Cog here. Usually not. Could take Snecko with it. Hyper Beam is a worse Hand of Greed? Well, it doesn't give you any money, but it is AoE. I don't know. I feel like I would be more interested in having a beer with Hyper Beam, but I would be more interested in starting a business with Hand of Greed. It's not that one's better than the other, it's that, you know, they're more suited to different things. $37, $32, $26. It's upsetting. Oh, we're weak as well. Don't go to the hardware store for milk. Makes sense? Yes. You know it's Necronomicon. Oh my fucking god. This is a national tragedy. This is just the worst thing right now. I played heat sinks before that. Whoops. I'm too tilted. Just abandon run. Abandon run seems reasonable. Abandon run is usually a block card, yeah. Probably dead now. Let's take a cold snap since it can make a frost orb. I think I don't dual cast because this lightning orb's gonna deal a truckload of damage next turn. Ow? Ouch. Compile driver is pretty good at the moment. We regularly have 3 orbs. If we got more orb slots, we could already get 4. This fight looks really bad. Oh, this fight looks completely unwinnable. Wait, I don't even have a defend yet. Discarded the wrong fucking things. Rip. Alright, how are we doing here? No. No! Oh, the turn was maybe even worse than picking up the Enchiridion over the Necronomicon. Both pretty bad. Definitely both pretty bad. Richly deserved. I had 600 gold at the end, that's sort of sad.